And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We have another exclusive, a world exclusive with Uncle Bashir's, one of Uncle Bashir's fighters, a great fighter in her own right, the IBO middleweight champion of the world, Ivana Habazin. Ivana, how are we doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm perfect.
You're perfect.
Because it's Saturday, almost night, and I'm done for this week and can't wait tomorrow to spend all day in bed.
That's nice. It's midnight here in the UK. What time is it where you are?
It's like 5. Let me see. Oh no, it's 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Oh, so you're 6 hours behind us, or 6 hours behind us? I take it.
Yeah.
Ah, great. Okay, so let's get started. So, Ivana, for people who don't know who you are, I don't know how they don't know who you are, but who are you?
I am just a normal woman who is in boxing, a little crazy. I joke. I don't joke. I mean everything of that. But okay. I'm a former IBF world champion, and right now I'm former IBO champion, so I'm not anymore in middleweight, you know.
Of course. So did you give that belt up to go down to light middleweight, or what happened with that?
No, I didn't make, you know, we had a long negotiations and all this stuff, so I didn't make defense of my belt, and for last fight I already went down in super junior middleweight, you know, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But right now I don't have belt anymore.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So we all know that you're going to be fighting Claressa Shields, the undisputed. Well, hold on, she was the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, but you had the IBO belt. So how does that work?
What do you mean?
Well, because Claressa was the undisputed middleweight champion, right?
Well, they just didn't regard the IBO belt. That's all.
So they made it up as they went along then?
Pardon me?
They made it up as they went along then, Uncle?
They just called the undisputed because they just disregarded the IBO belt, despite the fact that Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones, and God knows who else held it, though. They just disregarded the IBO belt. Vladimir Klitschko was in the same situation. He had every belt but the WBC. They didn't regard him as the undisputed champion. So they just assumed and just made that across the board that Claressa Shields was undisputed. But she had not owned the IBO belt, so, you know. Who you ask.
Right. Okay. So, Ivana, how did that make you feel when obviously Claressa had the other belts and was being called undisputed? How did that make you feel as a IBO champion?
Listen, I didn't think about that. Of course, one of my wish is take all belts, you know, to be undisputed. But right now, I'm only thinking about this fight, what is coming, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the future, you know, because I think this is actually a great opportunity for me, because when we had and before we had some negotiation with Claressa, the fight's supposed to be for middleweight and in middleweight and for these titles, but wasn't proper time. And I think this fight right now in junior middleweight, it's perfect fight. It's perfect time. I feel great. I feel sharp. I'm healthy, and I'm really confident that I'm gonna win.
Of course. Well, if you don't feel you're gonna win, why are you even taking part?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So. It's like, you know, everybody asks me, what do you think, how you can win, Claressa is this, Claressa is that. Listen, if anybody thinks that can win anyone, you know, then that people should be out of boxing, not stepping in the ring.
Of course, you got to believe in yourself. Self-belief is very important. So when you finally came face to face with Claressa Shields, what was the first thing she said to you when she saw you?
What she said.
To you when she saw you for the first time?
Actually, it was normal. You know, we say hi, how are you? It was with respect. Nothing special, nothing bad. It was really good.
Okay. And then obviously you two got into it, kind of had a conversation with one another. Do you feel she felt that you weren't intimidated by her, or what do you think she took? What did you take away from that face to face with Claressa?
Listen, I can tell you that I really think that I'm gonna win. You know, that was my first thing. That was first thing what I thought. I'm gonna win that fight. Now what she thinks, I don't know, and I don't care actually, because she tried to say a lot of stuff, and she said like, I think actually there was a little surprise because I think they expect that I'm smaller than her, you know, and all this stuff, but it's like that I'm a little maybe a taller, you know, but and she thought that she said that I'm fat, but I call her that she's fat, but you know, that's not true, and we showed them that it's not true and all this stuff. So she already maybe started with some excuses, I don't know, but I think she's not. I was really calm here, and I think that she wasn't so calm, you know. She was a little upset, and with everything what you said, like she upset, you know, like if you say something what she doesn't want to hear, start screaming, start talking, and all this stuff. So I don't know.
So, in terms of the energy you feel when you stood next to Claressa and you looked into her eyes, what did you see?
I actually didn't watch in her eyes.
So what did you look at then?
I look through her, you know. I never watch in her eyes. This is stupid for me. I don't like to do that. And she started talking like when we was face to face. You are upset. I said, no, I'm not upset. Yes, you are upset. I can see. I said, no, you are upset. No, I'm not upset. You know, all this stuff. So I think she was looking for some conversation, for something to get from me, but I was calm, so I think she didn't get too much. Actually, she didn't get nothing, you know. And I can see other stuff, but I will not talk about that.
Okay. Do you feel? I mean, Uncle Bashir, I've heard a few things you've said. I've seen on Facebook that you think you see Claressa as a big bully and need somebody to punch her back in the mouth. Is that truly your thoughts, or is that just to hype the fight up?
Yeah, that's what I take away from her. That's what I've taken away from all of her fights. That she comes in and she bullies her opponents, sort of in the manner like Sonny Liston and George Foreman. You know, they bully their opponents mentally, and by the time they get to the fight, the big stage, the media, along with her tactics, they seem subdued when they get in the ring, and they don't perform up to their caliber, up to their status.
Right.
So that's what I take from her. I feel about her like I felt about bullies all my life. Punch them in their mouth, and then they are humble. You know, you're humble, and this is what I'm training Ivana to do. Technically, you know, spiritually, mentally, the whole thing. I'm telling her she's got to stand up to her, because if she allows Claressa to get into her head, then she won't perform well. You know, and I don't think that Ivana's gonna go for that. And I think Claressa knows that Ivana's not gonna go for that. And as I said at the press conference, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be here working with Ivana if I thought that she could be subdued by tactics from Claressa or any other fight. I don't particularly like that kind of stuff. You know, if a fighter's not strong mentally, then what's the sense in fighting?
So this is not just a fight between Claressa Shields and Ivana Habazin. It's also a battle of the trainers between yourself and John David Jackson. Is there any?
No. John David Jackson is a nice guy. I have no problem with John.
No, I don't mean that sense. I mean the battle of the brains that you know seem to.
Yeah, oh yes.
Yes.
No, undoubtedly. You know, it's a great task at hand. You know, for me to outthink John David and for John David to outthink me. Both of us are going to try to create a style or create a tactic to get our way to win the fight. And I want to win this fight as bad as I've wanted to win any fight, you know, over the years. I want to win this fight. You know, I'm really into this. I'm really excited about the fight. I'm really anticipating the fight. And I'm anticipating matching skills with John David Jackson. He makes me come alive, you know.
Ivana, when you hear all this going on in the background of your trainer, who you've put all your investment in terms of Uncle Bashir and his wisdom, and you're leading up to this fight, what are the things you're doing in this particular fight, which is where all the this is it for you in terms of your big breakthrough? Because beating Claressa Shields is a real mark, a real landmark for yourself, a real moment for your defining moment. What would it mean for Ivana Habazin beating Claressa Shields?
That means that I'm gonna born again.
Really?
Because not right now. I mean, before that fight and in any other fights, you know, my previous fight was like I must win, you know. Because when I come back 2017, I said I don't have time for any mistake. I can make mistake. If I make mistake, I'm done with boxing. So, of course, I was waiting for a great opportunity, you know. But right now, is like now or never. And I know if I beat her, not if I beat her, when I beat her, it's gonna be a different level of boxing in my life, because you know, after Cecilia I actually didn't have big fights, and it was really tough to stay in boxing and be like motivated and all this stuff. But I'm not the person who's gonna quit, and all this time I had only I must win, I must win. But that wasn't like I was enjoying in these victories, you know.
Yes.
And right now, when I win, I'm gonna enjoy it, because that's not gonna be only I must. I really train hard, you know. And when I trained for last fights and all this stuff, it was like I trained because I must win. And I knew it, I'm gonna win, but I think I didn't give like 110% of me. But right now I'm giving 200%.
Wow.
So I don't even have in my mind option that I can lose, you know.
I understand that. Now, I know that you were chasing a fight with Cecilia Braekhus for the longest while to try and get a revenge and a rematch with Cecilia, and that obviously didn't come up on the table. You now have Claressa Shields. If you had the choice between Claressa Shields and Cecilia Braekhus, which fight would you take?
Claressa Shields.
Why?
Because the fight is even more bigger. I know I can beat Cecilia Braekhus, you know. I could beat her before 3 years, or if I had like normal situation, the stuff will be different. But you know, if we look Claressa Shields and Cecilia Braekhus, they are a different personality and different fighters, you know. Because for me, Claressa is a real fighter. She is brave and she's gonna fight with anybody anywhere. Cecilia Braekhus will never do that, because she thinks only to save this belt, to be undisputed and all this stuff. But actually, if we watch right now, like she became undisputed champion 2014. But when you talk about women's boxing, she is not number one. You know, everybody will start talking first about Claressa Shields. So I think she is the bigger name than Cecilia Brækhus.
Do you think the fight that Brækhus got knocked down in her her confidence and that she wants to quietly end her career?
I didn't understand you. What?
When she got knocked in her fight where she got knocked down, who did she fight? She fought someone got knocked down.
Brækhus, you mean on Claressa?
No. Brækhus got knocked down in one of her fights.
She got knocked down in the fight.
Claressa.
Yeah, she got knocked down in that fight, and since that fight, kind of Cecilia's gone pretty quiet. She's not been the same fighter. It's almost like she doesn't want any fights that are going to challenge her anymore. That's what it seems to me.
Yeah, it probably is, but from other side, I can understand her, and I can say nothing in front of that because she was number one all these years, undisputed and all this stuff. She earned a lot of money, and she is the champion. Nobody beat her, so actually she can do everything what she wants,
Okay.
But definitely after this fight, it's not only after this fight. I think she's not the same in the couple of last fights, but especially after that fight. And I think last fight against Alexandra Majak Lopez was really bad fight for Cecilia. In that fight, I gave more credit to Alexandra Majak Lopez because I think Cecilia is actually much better fighter than Alexandra, but she didn't show that. Alexandra showed that she can be 10 rounds in the ring, and Cecilia didn't make anything.
Maybe Cecilia's in decline.
Maybe, I don't know.
How much of the fight you had with Cecilia, and what did you learn from the Cecilia fight that you can take now into the fight against Claressa Shields, and does it make a difference?
Yeah, but it's really it's different. It's a lot of difference because actually when I came back, I was in boxing 4.5 years for that fight.
Okay.
So I trained like 5 years, and I came to that fight for the biggest fight in women's boxing history, first unification fight, and everybody thinks that Cecilia gonna knock me out in few couple of rounds, but that didn't happen. And then if we look from that side, I didn't have like too much time for prepare because first, I don't say that like an excuses, I just want to say I was new in that, and that wasn't. If you train like 4 years, I came to in the ring with someone who is like champion 10 years and has a very big experience, what can you expect? But even that, I think I was good, but like I said, I prepared maybe 1.5 months because contract was signed, and before that fight I had a really tough surgery, and they was said for her team said, but we can't cancel the fight or postpone the fight. And I said, I don't want to do that. I signed the contract. I'm going to make that fight,
So you fought, even though you wasn't in the best position, you fought?
Yeah, I wasn't in the best position, especially because I never had promoter. I never had television, Everything was, I didn't have option that I can choose. We want to make like couple of defense, but my country didn't support me. So if I don't have money or this background for do defense, to do the events, so I didn't have options. I must accept that. I must accept that fight. So that's happened,
Wow.
But after that, she didn't do nothing special. She didn't knock me out. I was pretty good. And before Cecilia, I got like every month offer for one fight. After Cecilia, I didn't get any offer 2 years.
Maybe because you caused too much you too much resistance for Cecilia.
Yeah, probably that's the reason. But it wasn't like if I can look everything, like looking back and all this stuff, I can say that I'm not satisfied with what I do. But in one way, I'm not satisfied because I know I can do much more,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that. but I didn't have chance, and I didn't have opportunity, and I didn't have conditions.
Right.
But after I took the second title, some stuff changed, you know, and I really got the sponsors and all this stuff, so it's much easier for me to train now. And in last year, how I trained with Bash and all this stuff, I think that we made progress. Yeah, so you know, and I can see that, but I'm still not. I can still say I have, you know, like perfect conditions, because I don't have it, because I'm from small country and all this stuff. I don't have promoters and all this stuff, you know. So, but even with this what I had, I'm gonna make something big, you know, because if I could make something when I didn't have anything, I think I can make a big thing with something.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're going into her hometown, so everything you would think would be suited towards Claressa Shields because she's the champion. Are you concerned at all in terms of the judges and the referee? Because Uncle Bashir mentioned in the last interview that he obviously didn't want to see a Flint referee and Flint judges because it's a world title fight. What are your thoughts on this?
Listen, I'm not concerned about that. First, it's gonna be televised and all this stuff. You know, it's gonna be live on Showtime, and but I know that I can beat her probably on points to go to the points decision. You know, so that I need to knock her out, and that's it. That's for what I'm preparing, and but what is in her hometown and all this stuff, I'm not, you know, I don't care. I really don't care. When I took IBF title, I go to the Belgium, to Liège, to the hometown of Sabrina Giuliani. They prepare everything that I lose, but I won the fight. Even was split decision, but I don't know what one judge was seeing, but never mind. I won the fight. Everybody know that. So, you know, and even that, I wasn't fighter what I'm today. And then I was like young, and it was like, I have time. We will see what's gonna happen, you know.
Yes.
If I lose, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Even after fight with Cecilia, I was like, okay, I'm 24, so what? And but right now, I don't have time anymore. I'm more confident. I'm a better fighter. I'm healthy, what wasn't in the last couple of years, and I feel great. I really train, and I learn new stuff with Bashir and all this stuff, and we have a good tactic. So I don't see myself like a loser, you know.
What is it that Bashir has given you in the last, since you've been training with Uncle Bashir? What is it that he's given you now that gives you so much confidence that you know you're going to beat Claressa Shields?
Listen, you must come to training camp and see. I can tell you.
Is that an invitation?
Of course.
I'll take you up on it sometime. Right. So let's talk a bit. Before we close, there's some things that people, I might not get to talk to you again before after the fight. So, you know, I want to ask you things such as like, what do you do? Because every time I see you on your Instagram page, 9 times out of 10, you're training, you're hitting a bag, you're running, you're throwing punches. And I'm like, this woman, does she ever stop? It's like when everyone's sleeping, you're still throwing punches on a bag or you're doing something. How do you chill out? How do you relax? We know that Andy Ruiz eats Snicker bars. What about you?
Listen, it's really interesting because Claressa should see me like on the beach, so I don't know where you see that I train.
See you all the time training.
She said, where you run, where you train, what did you do? You post picture from the beach, so yeah, I'm on the beach. I am on the beach, relaxing on the beach, you know.
Yeah,
you know what? I don't. When is the training camp? It's training camp, you know. It's like I'm really 100% focused, and I didn't. When we start negotiation for that fight, wasn't much before then we announced that, you know.
Yes.
And when we start with negotiation, I start with training, and I start to losing some weights and all this stuff because I wasn't in junior middleweight because I was without fight for like 4 months. But I'm really focused all the time, especially when the big fight is coming up. Not only big fights, for every fight, because every opponent is dangerous. So we could see that against what happened to Ramirez, 2-time Olympic gold champion, came to professional debut and he lost.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous sport, and every one punch can change everything. So, but I believe if you are 100% focusing, and if you are in discipline, and if you are doing everything for that goal, you can lose. So actually, I don't think about relaxing and all this stuff. I usually I don't have too much time, but right now I like to be, I like to watch movies. I said that I like to sleeping if I can, and I go to the church, and spend some time in prayers and all this stuff. So this is very important for me, and that's it. Nothing special.
Any music? What's your favorite music?
Oh, I listen to music. Yeah, I have some favorites, but it's more Croatian music. And I'm listening what Bash put on the phone, so all the days.
Oh yeah, Bash likes a lot.
Yes, a good choice.
Yeah, hip hop.
Sometimes no, but usually yes.
Hip hop music, Bash.
It's not
R&B.
Lovers and R&B, eh?
Or blues.
Or who? Blues.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that kind of stuff, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving her a tour of what R&B is,
Okay.
It's not my favorite, but I like classic,
I'm sure.
When I'm going to sleep, when I'm going to sleep, I listen Bach, Mozart, Tchaikovsky, and all this stuff. I like this.
Okay. No red hot chili peppers then.
No. Oh, only one song. And you know which one.
Why am I not surprised?
Because you know everything about me. But be quiet.
All right. Okay. Uncle Bashir, the battle between Claressa Shields and Ivana Habazin. Talk to us about the strengths and weaknesses of. Well, let me change that a second. Talk to me about how you see this fight going in your mindset.
I don't want to expound on anything. I don't want to expound on anything about the tactics.
Okay, of course. That's why I kind of rephrased my question.
About my beliefs, because I don't want to give Claressa and John a leg up. They'll have to figure things out the way I'm figuring things out. And when we get to the dance, we'll see what they got. Claressa said that she's going to knock Ivana out in 4 rounds, then we're going to see. We have to wait and see. My thinking is that she needs to knock her out in 4 rounds, because when I looked at her, when I examined her visually, she seemed to be like she's like 168, 170 right now. It looked like she was carrying a baby carriage on her back.
Oh shit.
So I'm saying, is she gonna lose that in 6 weeks? Okay, that's cool. She said that she doesn't have a problem making the weight, that she'll be stronger, that she'll be faster. Okay, but she'll have to get rid of the carriage that she's carrying on her back.
Is that possible? Will that weaken her? That's not your problem, is it?
I don't know, and I really
don't care.
She's going to knock Ivana out 4 rounds, and then she's going to knock me out because I got too much mouth. Well, since she says she's going to knock me out, I might as well try to put up a good fight. She's got to get rid of that baby carriage that's on her back. That's what I know she has to do. Whether it weakens her, whether it strengthens her, then she gets faster. I know that Ivana is right around the corner from being in shape right now.
I saw Ivana, and she's really in good shape.
Yeah, I think Ivana can get on a scale within the next 2 days and make the weight. So, I mean, she said that she wants to be a 3-division, 3-time world champion. Ivana says she wants to be a 3-division, 3-time world champion. All right. So I looked at Claressa the other day at the press conference, and I examined her visually, and she's a thick girl. She looks to be about 68 or 70 right now. So good luck losing the weight. Good luck losing the weight, you know? Ivana is, like I said, is right around the corner from being in shape right now. In fact, I got to hold Ivana back in the gym. I got to hold her back. You know, I got to come to her and say, Ivana, you're doing too much too soon. We need to stop. So she loves to work. She loves to work out.
We've had some boxing experts, as you do, looking at Ivana on like the short video that you've put out, and they're saying things like, "Oh, she's too open, and she's vulnerable to Claressa, and it's easy work." But I know that's not all that you're doing. But what would you be advice to those people that know more than you do about Ivana?
Don't believe everything you see. That's what I would tell them. You know, don't believe everything you see. Most of the videos you see is a relaxed person just going through the routine, much like people doing that pity-pat pad work. You know, people look at pad work and say, "Oh, wow, this guy or this girl is really sharp," but they don't even have a clue of what boxing is all about. So what they see in a video, don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. When you see the fight, you'll see technique. You'll see ring smarts, you'll see ring cleverness, and you'll see good, solid boxing from both girls. You know, from both girls. So I don't take anything for granted. I see stuff on the internet with Claressa, but I don't take it for granted that that's what she's going to do in the ring. Look, because all the things that you see in the boxing apparatus outside of the ring don't mean jack. When that bell rings, everything changes because the mistakes that you make on the pads, mistake that you make in shadow boxing, the mistake that you make on the heavy bag, you cannot afford to make those mistakes in the ring, not with no 10 hours gloves on. No, you can't do that.
So is the IBF got a check weight for Claressa Shields, or she's kind of come down?
What you say? Wait. She said, Ivana said to me just now, she says that she bought a 3-year subscription, free subscription for Claressa Shields, and we want to try to get that over to her as soon as possible. Maybe you can get over to her.
What's that?
Well,
Weight Watchers.
Free subscription to a 3-year free subscription to Jenny Craig. She knows what to do with it, you know. And she knows what to do with it. We just want to get it over to her because we love Claressa. We want to make sure she gets that gift that we have from Jenny Craig for her. So she can get rid of that baby carrier she's carrying on her back.
Well, Ivana, are you still there?
Of course.
Would you like to deliver? I'm sure Claressa will see the video. So would you like to deliver a message to Claressa regarding the lovely present you've got for her? How considerate.
I already do that yesterday.
Oh, you already did till yesterday. We didn't hear that.
Yeah, and Claressa and the whole team of Claressa Shields are quiet because they said you are 160, at least 164, 100%. You are not a 158, because when they asked me on press conference, on interview, what is your weight right now? I said it's 158. But I came next day after breakfast and all this stuff, step on the weight, it was 156. So you know what? We don't need to talk about anything else.
Is there a check weight for Claressa to come in at? Like,
I don't know.
Like, Bash, do you know if there's a...
No, WBC doesn't mandate.
Yeah, only IBF.
IBF don't do that then?
Yeah, but we don't
IBF is the only one that says that you have to be 10 pounds above weight the morning of the fight. The morning of the fight, you have to weigh in 10 pounds above weight, not a pound more.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that all the organizations need to join concert in. You know, they need to get on that, because if you got a fight at junior middleweight, you weigh in one day. One day you weigh in at 154 pounds, and then the day of the fight, the night of the fight, they come to the ring and they're 20 pounds over 154. They're actually, fighting a super middleweight.
Yeah.
And I think that there needs to be a unified curriculum that says that you can't be more than 10 pounds above weight at 10 o'clock the morning of the fight. Now, what you do after that 10 o'clock, is on you. If you want to come in fat, overweight, run out of gas or something, good, that's fine. But I think that all of the organizations need to get on the bandwagon with that, because they could stop a lot of things from happening, such as the Arturo Gotti.
Gamache fight. Yes, of course.
Yeah, because that's just too much. If you're supposed to be junior middleweight and you come in to fight at super middleweight or light heavyweight, then that's not good. Another person comes in 7 to 8 pounds overweight, then that's a prescription for disaster. We had 2 ring fatalities in the last 5 weeks. 2 ring fatalities with 2 young men. 2 young men is dead.
Yeah.
Dead because of this or that. We can't put our finger on what exactly caused their death, but I'm sure there were some things that may have been done to preserve the lives of those men that were overlooked during the fight, before the fight. I think that there were some things that could have been done. So this is what we want to do. We want to try to make boxing a little safer. We don't want people getting killed, people getting injured, because this is supposed to be a sport. When it's over, people want to go back home to their families and resume their life. You can't resume your life if your brains are scattered. So
how attentive are you going to be to Claressa's weight in terms of being 10 pounds over? Are you going to be on that? Are you going to give her any leeway?
All I'm saying, I know Dimitri Salita and Mark Tafford and these other guys and John David. All I'm saying is, I'm a boxing fan. I put my heart and soul into what I do. And it's people like Ivana that spurs me on. It's people like Ivana that excites me. It's people like Ivana that makes me want to get up in the morning and go to work. It excites me. What I'm saying to Dimitri Salita, Mark Tafford, John David, all I want is a fair fight. Win, lose, or draw, I want a fair fight. I want international judges. It's WBO World Championship fight. So I want international judges. I want international referee. I don't want nobody from Michigan judging the fight. I don't want nobody from Michigan refereeing the fight. I want the rules as they may be. It's a WBO world title fight. So I want WBO judges in there.
Have you mentioned?
I want the scale. I want the weigh-in. I want the weigh-in to be fair. I don't want no hanky-panky going on with the scales. I've seen this before in my 50 years. I've seen hanky-panky go on with the scale. All right? I want the scales right. I want the weigh-in right. I want the judges right. I want the referee right. And then we'll leave the rest to Claressa and Ivana. And my thinking is Ivana's going to win the fight. I think Ivana's going to win the fight. I feel it in my heart. He's going to win the fight.
The weight.
Claressa thinks she's going to win the fight. I don't think so. I think that Clarissa's met her match. I think Clarissa's going to get hit. She's going to get hit more often and harder than she's ever been hit. That's what my thinking is.
Ivana, Ivana, you want to say something?
I want to say that I just want to say, every time when I go on some fight, everybody talks about my opponent who was like champion or everything. It's all story about them, and it's not always like this, because but I don't want to talk about that. That Claressa is two-time division champion, two-time Olympic champion, undisputed champion. It doesn't matter. She's gonna be in junior middleweight right now. The WBO title is vacant, yeah, and WBC diamond. So in this fight, you are a challenger like me, you know. So we are champions, but in this division, you are not champion. So they talk about she do this, she do that, she had this, she wrote the history. Listen, I said, you know, it will be a shame if she didn't do that, because she had all conditions. You have a great team, you have everything, and you don't need to do anything alone. On her is just to train. I have thousand other stuff, and I'm still here, and I'm still gonna fight, and I'm gonna knock her out. You're gonna see that, because when I started with boxing, I had this, like, you know, you have this instinct, killer instinct. You want to finish your opponents, but then I didn't box, and I started to change that, because I can just go forward without defense and all this stuff. And after that, I actually didn't have fights who can motivated me, where I can be 100% ready, and that I wish. I want to wish, you know, like obsession. I want to wish that fight. That's happening right now, and I feel really perfect. I feel perfect. I can say I feel bad or something is bad, because it's not. I feel perfect. And when I will step in the ring on October 5th, believe me, if she can knock me out, then it's better for me that she knock me out, because if I will go from the ring on my foot, that's gonna be embarrassed for me, because I want that so bad. But I think that's not gonna happen, and I really think that I'm gonna finish her.
Beautiful words to to end the interview. Ivana, do you have anything to say to your sponsors before you go?
I just wanna, yeah. We still need some money. I joke. No. I really want to say big thank you to my sponsors, you know, to GraphicNet, HEP, and Clam Security, because if that people didn't came out before 1.5 year, I will not be here. I will be done with boxing.
Fantastic. That's great to hear.
And of course, I want to say thank you to my family, who pick up like 5 credits these years in the bank, so I can train, and I don't need to work some other work, what I, you know, like normal work, what I usually do.
Yeah, exactly.
My career.
What would you?
So, you know, I really wanna say thank you, because they risk everything, you know.
Yeah.
But I think everything is gonna be paid right now in this fight.
Ivana, what would you do if you wasn't a boxer? I never asked you that question. What would you do if you weren't a boxer?
I wish I can be Miss Universe of the world, but I can't, so I don't know.
Miss Universe? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, a model?
No, Miss Universe.
Miss Universe, man.
You know who Miss Universe is?
You mean the muscular woman?
A model, Miss Universe, something along those lines.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I said if I can be, you know, but I can't be. That's means something else. But no, I joke, you know. I don't think about that, because when I started with boxing, I didn't think about any other option. I always has options, because you know, I finished university and all this stuff, and I still need to finish other university, but and I had some offers for job, really good offers, and right now I'm vice-president of Croatian Society for Thyroid Disease. So I have too much stuff, you know. But I just wanna make success in this boxing, because I think I deserve that, you know. because I gave everything what I have. And it's not like I train so I don't train. I even train when I don't feel good. When I feel like I hate training, I still train, you know. I push myself all the time. And I just want to say, like, now everybody talks about Claressa is gonna write a history again, blah blah blah, third division world champion. Man, if you wanna world title, if you wanna be third division world champion, you will never let yourself to be out of shape to be world title and wanna be third.
True.
You know, because when I of course after the fight when I take the break, I really love food. Take all belts. I really. What is this?
Go ahead, Ivana. It's just my thing.
Okay.
Keep going, Ivana.
Yeah. I really love food, you know, and I like to eat. I can eat every day, all day, but I know when is enough. And if I see that okay, I have too much weight, it's done. You need to regulate it. You know, you need to come back on training. You need to come back in shape. So I don't know, but I know that from the first day when I stepped in the ring, I was always professional, and I think that at the end that I'm gonna see that in October. You know, all this work.
One of the questions before you go, one of the questions that people are asking is, what are you going to do different to what Hammer did? Because a lot of people think, oh well, you're another person of Eastern European or European fighter against Claressa Shields. Oh, they all fight the same way. What are you going to do different to what Hammer did? And how do you differ to Hammer's style? That's what people want to know.
Wait.
Ivana is not a European fighter. She's being trained by an American.
Okay.
She's being trained by James Ali Bashir.
There you go, people.
Style is different. Ivana boxes black. All right, bottom line.
But I said to Bashir before a few months, and I said, listen, man, I don't want to box like white people because I don't feel like this. Maybe I have something black inside me.
What? Okay.
I didn't feel loved. Like some jeans maybe are black. Who knows?
I'm not sure if that's going to be the title of our interview. I think I have something black in me. I'm not sure.
Listen, man. You must be serious. Not go on that stuff. What you mean, you know?
Okay, man. Go ahead.
No. But what I want to say, you know, it's really hard to say. Like
yes, I know what you mean.
European style is different than American style.
Of course.
If you watch even white boxers and black boxers,
yes.
If you see the muscles and all this genetic and all this,
the rhythm and stuff, I got it. The soul thing is the rhythm. I got all that. I understand that. I get you. But it's just funny. It's funny.
When I actually start, you know, I want to be different. I didn't want to be just double deck and go forward, you know, all this stuff. But I think I have some talent. And right now with Bashir, we work on other stuff, and I can see that I'm much better in some stuff. It's true.
Uncle Bashir, do you want to add something to that as well? Because I think it's really important that people. I know that you train Ivana, but there are people out there that might not be clear about that.
Well, I think that what they need to do is just sit back, get a good meal, and watch Showtime Boxing October the 5th, and they're going to see something that they didn't quite expect. You know, most of the people that see Ivana box now, as opposed to yesteryear, they can see the distinct difference in her style. You know, I just introduced different things to her, as I do to every boxer. Basically, I teach the same thing to every boxer, but it's up to the boxer to take what I teach them and then make their own formula and then take it to the ring. You know, I can't give them something. They have to take something, the things that I give them. I'm offering different strategies and different techniques. And this is what Claressa is going to have to deal with.
Absolutely.
I think that Ivana is in a good place to deal with whatever Claressa brings to the ring. I mean, we've watched her extensively.
Yes.
And we continue to watch her to this very day. You know, and I don't think that Claressa is going to change overnight. I don't think she can do that. And I think that the things that Ivana will bring to her in the ring will force Claressa to make some adjustments, just as we'll have to make some adjustments to Claressa. God only knows what her and John David is working on. But it's exciting. The challenge is exciting. And I look forward to meeting her in the ring.
Fantastic.
You know, I'm looking so much forward to it.
Hey, Bashir is always fantastic. You know, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
For that, you know, I just want to say something. You know, it's really interesting when people, some of my friends, you know, really good friends, get upset and calling me and said, people say this, people say that. I don't care. I really don't care what people think and what people are gonna say about me. You know, but I just want to say, you know, it's always like this. So, like, Claressa is now like the best ever. Nobody can beat her and all this stuff. And it's really interesting when you came to the press conference or everything. So if she is like this and all this stuff, so she doesn't need to box anymore because every other opponent is a shit. So they always stand and talk. She is this, she is that. Oh, thank you because you're coming. I didn't coming because you called me. I coming here because I want to beat you. I coming because of myself, not because of you, you know? So, like people said, she can't do that, or she is not good enough, all this stuff. If we watch on this place and all this stuff, so we don't need boxing fights, because always one fighter is gonna be better than other fighter that night in the ring, you know? And right now, I'm gonna be better than her.
Ivana, this is...
I'm gonna kick and tell Claressa I'm gonna be waiting outside of her house down in Miami, wherever her and John Davis trained at. Tell her, don't be surprised. I'll be waiting outside her house. I'll kick her in her bad knee. Yeah. Because she talked too much, you know. You hear what I said, Claressa? You talk too much. I'm gonna kick you in your bad knee. All right? I just want you to know that.
Oh dear, this is going to be great stuff. I tell you, this is going to be great for Showtime. I'm great that Ivana, you're getting the opportunity to show your skills off and showcase your skills against Claressa Shields on Showtime. And also, Uncle Bashir, again, you're getting the opportunity to be a part of a massive fight. And of course, people get to see who you are on Showtime.
Yes, and you know what? Soon I will have available new t-shirt. And you can buy one, but I'm gonna give you like a gift. It's gonna be something very interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's really it's a project of this press conference.
Are you gonna get a sponsorship from Jenny Craig then?
Hey, Ingram.
Yes.
Did you see the post I put on Facebook? With Lee Crenshaw, the oldest living member of the Kronk.
Yes, I did see that. Yes, I did see that.
That's my man. He's very coherent. He's the oldest guy still around. He's very coherent, you know, and I like to arrange for you to interview him. He's a good guy, and he's been there. He's been in that Kronk situation and that organization for ever since I can remember.
Yes, let's make it happen.
Over 30 years.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And he's still coherent. He's very coherent. You know, he goes to all of the fights. He's everywhere. He always shows up. I love the guy. You know, he's a good guy.
Let's make that happen, Uncle. Let's get that together. Let's make it happen soon. As soon as we can make it, let's make it happen.
That's what I'm gonna make that happen.
Okay.
Prince George deserves it, man.
Absolutely.
He deserves it.
Absolutely.
You know, he's one of the sages of the Clark gym. As far as I know, he's the oldest living member of the Clark organization.
Fantastic. Let's make that happen, Uncle.
Okay.
Ivana Habazin.
Do you have have some questions for us, or we can go eat, for example.
Do I have any questions for you? What are you going to eat? You cooking anything for me nice?
Yes.
What are you cooking?
2 eggs. 2 eggs.
Well, I'm coming to
2
Colombia for
eggs,
2 eggs.
and that's all, because that's everything what is left in fridge, because today was raining and I was so tired and I didn't want to go to the shop.
Well, Ivana, I'm not coming.
Bashir needs to be on diet.
Yeah, I'm not coming to Colombia just to have 2 eggs. I'm sorry. You'll have to do better than that.
Listen. But for the lunch was pizza, so you can come.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it for you. And Bashir said that it's better than in a restaurant.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you. Owe me a pizza, so I'm gonna hold you to that, Ivana. All right?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ivana Habazin, as always, a pleasure to talk to you, and of course, Uncle Bashir. Thank you for your time. Thank you both for your time. I guess we'll have to wait and see now. I'll probably want to hear from you guys again, or probably Ivana until fight time or after fight time. So Ivana, well, officially. So all the best to both of you.
We're going to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl of boxing.
I'm so looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Listen, but you never know what can happen. I don't mean on myself.
No, I know. I'm sure you'll do very well.
I'm just enthusiastic about it. I'm anticipating and I'm ready to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, me too.
Let's get this fight started.
I'm ready to go. I can't wait either. I can't wait. Right, Ivana, Uncle James, thank you both for your time. I appreciate you so much, and much love to you both.
Yep, movie time. Time to watch the movies.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night from Bogota, Colombia.
Good night. So there you have it. Ivana Habazin, the former IBL middleweight champion of the world, challenging for the vacant, I think, IBF light middleweight champion of the world against former undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Claressa Shields, October 6th. So there you go. You've got your whole lowdown with Ivana Habazin. You've had James Bashir. Does somebody have a title for this interview? Can somebody give us? I don't know if I think I have Black in Me is the appropriate title for the video with Ivana Habazin, but I did find it wholly funny. But no, on a serious note, what do you think the title should be? Whoever gets the best title, gives me the best title now, I will put it in the video. So whatever the title will be. Ivana Habazin previews Claressa Shields fight, or what? Ivana Habazin offers Claressa Shields free Jenny Craig subscription to help her lose weight. I don't know. What do you think? James Bashir wishes Claressa Shields good luck in losing weight. What do you think? Somebody give me a title quickly. As always, don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments, share this video. And I think this is going to be one. I think this will be one of the fights of the year for sure. Thank you all so much for watching BWTM Sports. I'm out. Have a great evening.